Well, I felt this maturity thing is not all it's cracked up to be. We retired and it's going to be the good times, and it got a little harder to get out of bed in the morning. It got a little harder, and it's a gradual thing, But after a while you look back and say, hey, wait a minute, why am I having trouble doing this? Why am I having trouble bending over? Why do I have to have a sign on my dresser that says, pants first, then shoes? I mean, these are the things that happen.
Physically, I was aware that I was having problems with my balance, doing simple things like going up and down the stairs, going down the steps, even coming up the steps. If you ever fell up the steps, it's not pleasant, it hurts. It really hurts. So that was the first thing I was aware of, that I should not ever attempt to go up and down the stairs without holding on to the handrail, because I didn't trust myself.
I was looking through the flyers one day and saw the flyer about enhanced fitness, and we were both at the point we've both had issues, either knee or hip or feet or back or shoulders. It's just every body part that could have an issue eventually has an issue.
And old age.
And old age,
At
right.
our age.
So I saw this flyer and I said to him, I think this might actually fit us, this class, as opposed to some of these really high impact classes.
I mean, I go along with her, but when she said something about in a chair exercise, you look and you say, really? Come on, we're not that old that we have to do something, in a chair. And then we found out there's so many things to do in a chair.
Welcome to Enhanced Fitness. Look to your left and look to your right. Say hi to somebody you don't know. All right. We're going to stand and do our warm-up. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, you have this chair for you at any time. Everything that we do can be done standing and sitting. Are you ready?
Oh, yeah. Yes. Let's get her.
So Enhanced Fitness is a group-based exercise class, and it is geared towards older adults, adults with arthritis, or adults that are looking to become more physically active. And it combines a variety of different types of exercises, and you can do it based on your ability. So all of the exercises that are done in the class can be tailored to somebody that maybe needs to sit more or has other types of limitations when they're completing the program.
We stand, and we sit, and we stand, and we sit. 30 seconds, as many as you can, and go. Count to yourselves.
Arthritis is actually the most common chronic condition among adults in New York State. It affects over 3 million people. It is something that people often think is inevitable, or it's just a common part of aging. There's nothing they can do about it. But that's not true, and that's what we do here at the Arthritis Program. Specifically, we support evidence-based programs that are proven and designed to help adults with arthritis as well as those without arthritis to feel better and to improve their quality of life.
It's called the Travolta.
So the evidence-based means that there's research behind it, and meaning that there is pre and post testing so that we can prove that the class was effective in obtaining results.
I could hardly walk. My hips were so bad when we started this class, and I knew I needed something to help me. The course was just tailor-made for me because whether you're sitting in a chair or doing standing exercise, the balance, it just helped so tremendously.
So from here, if you're ready, we're going to let go. We're going to practice balance here.
There is a deliberate focus on improving balance. When I don't take this class, after a few weeks, all of a sudden I feel myself like, uh-oh, I'm losing my balance, I'm gonna fall. And here, there's such a focus put on it in every class that it really helps. It helps to make you aware, and it helps to make me feel more stable.
I just see them getting up and down off the chair much easier. Some that just were able to sit and do the cardio are now standing doing the cardio. From this class, what other classes they're doing now. So you'll see them going to regular group exercise classes where before they were just only in Enhance. But mostly, I would say the one thing is a lot of them just coming out of their shell. You know, like they were so shy and so afraid to take the class, and now they're part of that group.
It's very good warm-up for arthritic knees, and it definitely works because I had my pain disappear.
These are wonderful programs. I mean, you have a benchmark, you have a starting point. Then you test them, post-test them, and the data is there. And they can see, well, look what the difference is from the beginning of the 16 weeks to the end. And to be able to share that with them, and for them to see that, nothing better than that.
It's changing the culture, it's changing the behavior in our community. So people didn't think 2 years ago refer to the Y because that was just a place you go to work out. But now it's becoming a place to work on your chronic illness and to get healthier. And we do have programs that can help with that.
It's petrifying. A lot of people say it's like breathing through a straw. You're only getting so much air in. The scariest thing is that you can't breathe, and you think that maybe you're going to pass out. That's my worst fear. Pulmonary fibrosis is scarring of your lungs, which prevents the ability to breathe. It prevents the ability of your lungs to expand. And they said to me, the only thing that will help you is a lung transplant. I have to have 2 types of breathing tests. And one of the tests is called DLCO. When I was diagnosed, it was 22%, which is serious because a normal person's is between 80 and 120. After the 6 months that I took the class, they did the one test, and my doctor looked at the test, and it had gone from 22 to 33. And he said to me, that's just a fluke. That doesn't happen in these machines. So I just went this past March, which makes the next 8 weeks of class for the second time. And he says to me, well, let's look at this fluke that happened last month. And he looks at it, and he's tongue-tied because he doesn't know. It's now 42. To me, exercise is the biggest encouragement for anybody that has a health issue.
As people age, their world becomes smaller. And then when you offer these type of programs which hone right in on, you know, the balance, the strength needed around the joints, you see their worlds open back up again as they have more range of motion, more balance. So it's a quality of life issue.
You always think about, you know, people that have to get people to come in and help them and do some of these things like that. We're independent people. We don't want that to happen to us. And the Y has been so great to us because of that. I mean, we're seniors, and yet we're such a strong part of this organization because they make us a strong part of the organization.
As you age and you have arthritis all over your body, you can't move the way you used to move. And in terms of intimacy, that's a real problem. And I find that going to the class helps, but it's a very important part of married life. And it's great when you can enhance that part. So I love enhanced fitness.
I had one woman, she was afraid to drive because her posture had been so deteriorated that she could not turn her head correctly to look, and she was afraid in driving that she wouldn't be able to look over her shoulder. After taking the program, she was so thrilled to tell me, I feel comfortable driving again, and I can go to the store, and I can actually walk around and shop, and I can do what I want to do now. It's huge.
For me, it's that alive feeling, that I'm not abnormal. The exercise program has enabled me to feel that I need to be out in the public, that this is not going to give me a handicap. And that's basically why I get up and come to Enhance Fitness.